Hey guys, today um I'll be talking about the African culture. As an African, before I actually play the video on the screen, as an African, it is shocking. It is shocking that our customs and traditions are being like swept away. You know what I mean? From from my cultural standpoint, I think the only thing that makes you unique, the only thing that gives you respect, and from someone that has literally traveled and have seen other ideas and opinions of people, the only thing that actually gives you respect is your tradition, your culture. That makes you unique, and that actually attracts respect from any walks of life. But seeing, to be precise, seeing the ladies, African women, seeing African women, to be precise, in this situation of cultural loss, in the situation of loss of identity, baffles me. So what I'm going to play is a girl talking about literally stuff that, as a cultural person and as a person that stands for Africa and Africa alone, and it is I'm lack of words to actually express it, because it's brain shocking. You know what I mean? It's brain shocking. But before I crack on, let's both all listen to the video and then you see what she's talking about. It makes to
Godfathers na men wey be say we dey fuck, or men wey be say we don fuck well before. Maybe na our auntie husband, we dey fuck am, in dey settle us, dey pay us well, dey take care of us. Na dem be godfather. Or bros in the church, all those old bros, apart them in the church, all those big men, godfathers. We dey fuck godfathers, nothing like sugar daddies again. Then all these men wey dey say girl na their daughter, you know say daughters dey different. We have original daughter and street daughter. So those street daughters, we no say na dey fuck them. Na go dey claim na my daughter, na go say na babe, na go say meet my daughter.
you as a woman, you as an African lady, forget about being a woman. You as an African lady that was raised up in a different way, that understand the norms and that understand the norms and customs of the traditions, come on TikTok or on any social media and say these kind of statements. That can actually tell us where Africa is today. It's been highly influenced. It's just too much. Back in the days, women were not saying, we can't get married. We can't get married. We are looking for husbands. But today, African women are complaining, it's difficult to have a husband. It's difficult to have a husband. It's difficult to have a husband. Why? Because most of you are not even traditional anymore. It's difficult to have a husband. Why? Because you have swayed away, you have pushed yourself away from the custom and tradition of the homeland. You will come on social media and talk about how you fucking godfathers, the difference between daughters, and different between how you're sleeping with your aunt's husband. This is an abomination. It's an abomination. I'm not trying to judge her in precise, but she's not the only person that I've seen making this kind of statements on social media. We talk about born raised Africans that have dignity in them, that will install dignity, respect, traditional values in them. I don't know where we're going to, but if this goes on in this path, we end up being eliminated. Our customs and tradition shall evaporate, will end up evaporating into the atmosphere. I strongly believe our leaders should take into consideration to protect our customs and tradition, to actually create laws that defend create constitutional laws that defend the traditions and customs of every country. That would actually help to sustain and keep the African culture in their respective countries. Because if we leave this happen for the sake of freedom, yes, freedom is good. I love freedom, but this is getting too much. What would her daughter do if she's doing that? If she's saying that? What would this woman's daughter say if the mother is saying this? You know, it's just too much. It's too much. I think our various countries in Africa, governments of our various countries in Africa, like United Organization for African Unity, should meet up and come up with a program to sustain African customs and traditions, which will lead to the creation of institutionalized laws that will enhance and promote the culture and customs and make people to understand they are not above the culture and traditions of the land. What makes you unique is your culture, your tradition. What gives you respect in the society of today is the culture and traditions. I respect Muslims today because they have a cultural and a religious identity that unites them, that brings them together, that work for their good, that elevates them. But Africans are not copying the right things. We should be copying the right things. I don't know, but I think it is time for African nations to start banning some social media platforms in Africa, because it's getting too toxic, too toxic. That's all I have to say. You know what I mean? Because this is getting out of hands. This is totally getting out of hands. It's getting out of hands. I don't know what else to say, but it's getting out of hands. This is getting out of hands. I think African nations need to take a big step to stop and eliminate toxic influence into the continent. I think that is the most important thing. And it's also try to, stop any toxic contents, pornographic, prostitutions, and all these OnlyFans and all these things into the continent. That will help to sustain and maintain the customs and tradition of the African society. Well, guys, if you like what I'm saying, please support me by subscribing to my channel, and I'll be literally posting my videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Sundays. So if you like to hear more from me, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace.